We'll move on to see the next good illustrations which deal with the constrained motion in the strings. Let's say like this. Suppose if you are having a string connected to two different blocks. If you want to try this question, you can try pausing the screen. Block A, block B. Let's say this angle is 37 degrees, this angle is 53 degrees. And this block is trying to move left side with 10 meter per second. If you want to try, you can try by pausing the screen and then you can get back to the solution. Chalo. I hope few of you have tried. Now listen. What happens? What is the concept? Velocity. The string should not stretch. If the string should not stretch, the velocity along the string should remain same. The only connecting part between this block and this block is the velocity along the string. What you do? This 10 meter per second is not the velocity which is responsible for the velocity along the string. 10 meter per second is the velocity on this block. This 10 meter per second, a component of this velocity, a component of its velocity is trying to impart the velocity inside the string. So what you do, take a component, this side, if this angle 37, so this side is 10 cos 37, 10 cos 37. This is the velocity. Now this point is being pulled by the block A with 10 cos 37 and each and every point is being pulled with the 10 cos 37. This side, if you calculate this one, 10 into 4 by 5, 10 into 4 by 5, which you will get as 8 meter per second. 8 meter per second. Now this side you are having a velocity of 8 meter per second. That is the velocity which is supposed to be 8 meter per second. And this velocity is what we will need to find out. The component of V along this side should be 8 meter per second. That means what? Again you take the component V cos 53. V cos 53 should be is equal to 8 meter per second. V into 3 by 5 should be equal to 8. And now you can solve this one. And in this way you can find out the velocities in this simple kind of illustration. And one more kind of illustration, please try this one also. I hope this is clear, na? Yeah, you can note it down if you want to. Chalo. We'll move on to the next problem. I'll make it a little challenging. What we'll do, you might have heard of this term called bead. Bead is basically a small ring shape structure which can slide over. This is basically a structure and you are having a bead here. This can freely slide. And to this edge we are having a string attached, passing over the pulley, and here there is a block. Call this block any block A, moving down with 10 meter per second. And this angle you can take this one as 37 degrees. When this block A starts sliding down, this pulley is fixed, this cannot move. What happens? When this block starts sliding down, this bead starts sliding on this. And you are interested to find out what is the velocity. Please pass the screen and you can note down this question and try yourself for 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes of time and you can solve this one and get back. Hope you have tried. Now listen. What happens? The same concept. Our concept is same. The questions can be framed in any manner. You need not to fear. Actually, this is considered as one of the toughest problems in the Erido. Now listen here carefully. When this block starts sliding down with 10 meter per second, each and every point is being pulled down with 10 meter per second. That means velocity everywhere on the string should be 10 meter per second, and you have this velocity here is supposed to be 10 meter per second. If this velocity is 10 meter per second, this velocity in this string should be 10, but the real velocity of this bead is v. That means this v velocity, one of the component magnitude should be 10 meter per second. And if you can get that one, see, this is the velocity v, and this side it is supposed to be 10 meter per second. Drop a perpendicular like this. Now these two axes are perpendicular to each other, and this is 37 degrees, and what you will get, v cos 37 should be equal to 10, and you got the answer. V cos 37 should be equal to 10. See, you can try this one in any of the methods, by displacement method and all those methods, and which will be tougher. So v cos 37, you can solve this one. V into 4 by 5 should be equal to 10, and you can find out the answer. So this is how you are supposed to solve. This is the basic illustrations which will give you the idea how to solve the velocities along the string, or find out the velocities. See, it need not to be velocity, it can be acceleration. Suppose the other kind of the questions can be like this also, that this block starts moving 2 meters down. What is the displacement of this one? If this block is having an acceleration of 10 meter per second or 2 meter per second square, find out the acceleration of this one. So all these kind of questions, it may be velocity, it may be displacement, it may be acceleration. So please try to focus on this kind of a problems whenever you get the concept or any questions based upon this one. Keep one thing in mind, that string should be instretchable. Fine? Chalo. Take down the notes, and you can pass also.